When I see you, I'm high enough, when I meet you, I'm high energy when I see you, I'm high energy whenever I need you, I'm high energy.
What's up, y'all? I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the Meta Mind Shift Show. My name is NiKole Maxwell, and I am a decentralized innovator. You can reach me at my crypto wallet, technical.eth. Um, I'm really happy that you guys are here today. We have a whole lot going on, and it is going to be a good time. It's going to be a lot of rhyme. Let's get started. Just off the grind. No, I'm just kidding. Um, we have a lot of things going on, and I am in a funky mood because we got some funk going on, but it's all good. It's not that bad kind of funk. It's the shake it off, shake a tail feather kind of funk. And we are in a space right now where we need that. First of all, happy Black History Month to everybody who's black, brown, and round around the planet. This time is for you. This time is for me. This time is for he. This time is for she. This is for us. And so it is a time and a space where we get to claim out into the world and proclaim loud and proud, I am Black and I am proud. And I don't give a damn what you have to say about that. This is a good time for everybody. And, you know, when we're thinking about Black History Month, we have some roots, and those roots are in soul. Those roots are in our music and the way that we move and groove. And we all just kind of have that little string of interconnectivity that runs through us. When we're thinking about the metaverse, how does that show up in the metaverse? When we think about the future decentralized, when we think about everyone running around in avatars, how do we show our culture and show our pride and make sure that it is on Front Street, loud and proud? Well, there's a whole bunch of different ways that we can do that, and we explore a lot of them here on this show. This is the Meta Mind Shift Show. My name is NiKole. Some people call me NiKole Maxwell. Some people call me the Metaverse Goddess. Other people call me Technical. But whatever you call me, just call. Say hello to your girl. Make sure you're checking in. Make sure that people are tapping in with you. Make sure that people are okay, because we're still in a space where everybody's kind of acting like this whole thing is over with this pandemic, but people are still feeling the ramifications from that. So as the world begins to wake up to the power of AI, my goodness, to the power of the metaverse and to the power of the blockchain and everything decentralized and everything in between, there remain a populace of people who do not know what any of that means. And we don't want to be left out. That is why this show exists. It is to make sure that people understand that the future is coming. If you've been listening over the last 2 months, because now it's February, if you've been listening since December, AI has taken the world by storm. And if you're not listening, the AI is taking the world by storm. Did you miss it? It's happening, and it's happening right now underneath our noses, right above our noses, around our heads, swirling around us all day. This beautiful image that you see behind me, let me move out the way so you can enjoy that fully and in its entirety. I made that with my mind. Now, y'all know I say that all the time because since last year, since the year before last year, so the last 2 years, I have been creating AI artwork and generating AI artwork. And so now everybody else is too. We have some really cool tools out here called Dolly and Midjourney. And there's a whole bunch of other ones that I'm not going to name. Starry AI. We did a special at the end of December. So if you were here, you saw that. And you know how to do that because we educate on this channel also. But you know that, things are changing and the ideas are changing. But what's really cool is like, you can tell that this is art. Like, this is art. Somebody created that or something created that. It's generated, but it's art. I made that, like I said, with my mind. But there are people out here who are making pictures of Black folks, pictures of the culture, and they're good. Man, who knew that the whole world had such an interest in pictures of Black folks? They're really great pictures of Black folks. But you know what? During this month of Black history, guess what I would rather see? I would rather see people actually going out, capturing pictures of actual Black folks and highlighting and celebrating them. Because you know what? There are actual Black folks out here, real ones, with skin that looks like mine. It might be darker, a little bit more tan, a little bit more toast, a little cinnamon, a little chocolate in there, some ebony, barks of ebony trees thrown in there. Like there's some deliciousness out there that is Black folks, and we are out there. And so what's not happening and what didn't happen before AI came out was a whole bunch of non-Black folks taking and making pictures of beautiful Black people. We're beautiful in real life. Why are we having to generate AI to showcase that? That's weird. So I'm gonna just tell y'all that's weird. I saw a whole entire non-chocolate person the other day, and they have made a whole entire project dedicated to showcasing Black art. That they made. So I just think it's weird. Y'all might not think that's weird. Y'all might think that that is the ultimate in DEI and diversity, equity, inclusion. I just think it's weird. And I'm going to say that it's weird because I said so. So you heard me say it. And so I don't care. I stand on it. I think that's weird. What isn't weird is going out and buying Black artists' work and putting it on your walls and celebrating Black people. Somebody didn't like that message, but that's all right. I got a whole bunch more messages to go today, so I hope y'all stay tapped in and tuned in. We're here on the Meta Mind Shift Show, and here we shift your mind so that you can begin to think about the metaverse and what the metaverse has to offer to you and to the crew and to your family too. I told you it's going to be a show of rhymes. So when we're thinking about the metaverse, we have an opportunity for change and disruption and change, to make waves and make tables and tables to stand on and shoulders, so that shoulders don't have to be stood on. We've got tables. And so we have people that can be picked up and uplifted and moved over to new avenues of life. We don't have to stand on someone's shoulders, because think about standing on someone's shoulders. That kind of hurts. They made themselves firm and tall so that you could stand on their shoulders, and we do stand on their shoulders. But that's something I've always found weird about that term, is like, yo, if I stand on your shoulders, like, doesn't that hurt you just a little bit? I'm grateful for the opportunity I am. And I'm thankful that we are able to stand on the shoulders of our ancestors who came before us, for those who put down legacy, throw down all sorts of pathways for us to travel, because it's important that they do. And without them, this show wouldn't be on. Think about that. This show wouldn't be on. I wouldn't be at liberty to say the things that I'm saying. I wouldn't be at liberty to feel the way that I feel about conversations or things that are going on in this world, if we had not had our ancestors go through the things that they have gone through in order for us to get to where we are. We wouldn't be where we are. And that's just real talk. That's the reality of the situation. So when we're thinking about the metaverse, we're creating shoulders for people going forward. We're creating better pathways for people to go forward. So how do we do that? What are some fun ways we can do that? Yo, so I wrote this rhyme. Give me some time. Give me a second. So I wrote this today because I got a whole new thing, a whole new vibe, a whole new funk that I'm involved with. And I'm excited and I'm happy and I'm enjoying kind of all of it, most of it. It's a lot of work, but you know what? It's fun and it's for a good cause. So today's show is dedicated to the funk. The what? The funk. That's what I said. It's dedicated to the funk. Have you ever experienced the power of funk and technology? The Funk and Future Festival is coming. If you don't know what the funk it is, it's time to learn the funk and put some funk in your trunk. Everything else is going on. It's not junk, but yeah, it ain't that funk. Jump in the metaverse. Listen to these dudes spit a bit of verse. Hang out with the crew at Blackverse. Before you know it, you're in the multiverse. Come in early. You might even catch the band rehearse. Have you experienced the combination of funk and technology? Yeah, we call that funktology. Join us and get your tickets now at funktology.com. Yo, we are here today. Today is the special for the Funk and Future Festival that NiKole Maxwell and her crew are putting on. So we got a whole entire crew of people who are working diligently, very, very hard to make sure that funk is heard, to make sure that the reward for labors is given, to make sure that there is a future for kids who understand what the funk it is. So if you don't know what the funk it is, come on. Come one, come all. Come to the Funk and Future Festival at funktology.com. Y'all, we got a good show today. We're talking about the funk. This is the first of a few. We're going to be talking about the funk all month long, too. So I want you to jump in. This is a message from the one and the only Zach.
Universally, from adulthood to the nursery. Funk and Future Festival is gonna heat it up like mercury. We're gonna slay all the universal sap like Hercules. You're gonna catch our burns like a third degree. If you ain't talking Funk and Future Festival, chill. Don't say a word to me. Verbally, I extend my thoughts to all outer levels to reach all hip-hop rebels. Word to Bam Bam, word to Pebbles. Because the excitable, lyrical content keep you happy. Word to Pappy. You know about Funk and Future Festival. The heads that keep it nappy. You're gonna turn the mic up in your Mackie. Let me verbalize my vision that all of us in the universe, we in the same position. To unify our mic cords, our bond together. Psychologically, it's the only way we're going to reach our treasures. I learned from my errors. Funk and Future Festival, we're going to take this thing up to the next level. We got longevity. 23rd, 24th, 25th century, whatever. We're going to stay clever. So keep it right and keep it equal. Because this one goes out to all my Funk and Future Festival people.
Cause the funk don't hurt nobody. That is my song. It's on a vibe. I love that song. That right there, that gentleman right there is Zach Robertson. He is one of the VPs over at the Funketeers. And so, you know, if you're a Funketeer, yo, you know what a Funketeer is. And there's some folks out here who don't know what a Funketeer is. So if you know what a Funketeer is and you are listening to this, go educate somebody. Tell them what a Funketeer is. But we got some stuff in store for you. Because if you're a Funketeer, that means that this concert is for you. Now, how can we do that? Through the power of funk and technology. That's how. So when we're thinking about funk music, and y'all, I know everybody in here was like, yo, names like George Clinton, names like Bootsy Collins, names like Prince, names like Jimi Hendrix. Like, what are you thinking about funk? Like, what is funk to you? What generation are you from? What do you and your crew do? I told you we rhyming all day. So, like, what is the funk? How do you bring the funk? What the funk is it? And how do you get folks from the next generation to know what you and your crew did in order to pass that on? So what's the funk in the metaverse? That's how you do it. You pull everything together and put it in the metaverse. So we're thinking about funk. We're thinking about the future. We've got the power of funk and technology. That is funktology. And yeah, that's hot. It's hot, right? So we have funktology.com. You can buy your tickets at funktology.com/tickets. They are available on Eventbrite. They are also available on a TicketBud. Okay, so if you haven't been out on TicketBud, check it out. It's a great place to throw some tickets up and get a cool little site. I am not currently, I don't have an affiliate with them, but you know, if I get one, I'll pop it into the chat, into the comments. So when we're thinking about funk and the future, there's got to be a future, right? So who is our future? What are we doing? Well, we have a group of kids, and those kids are called the Asymmetry STEAM team. And the Asymmetry STEAM team, first of all, the conference is being, or the concert is being held in Durham, North Carolina. Durham, North Carolina, over here, way down there on the East Coast in North Carolina, in the Triangle area, right there, Durham, Raleigh, down over there by Duke and Shaw. Y'all stand up, represent, because these guys are in your home base. Not only that, Virginia, stand up, because that's the home of Tony Cam. Tony Cam is in the comments. Tony, what's up? It is great to see you here. It is wonderful to have you watching the show. Tony is a cool dude. Y'all gonna find out here in a minute how cool Tony is. Tony Cam. Cam Entertainment. That's C-double-M. It's C-A-double-M Entertainment.com. Tony Cam. And you can reach out to him for all sorts of stuff. Man, Tony's into everything. Tony has his group, which is called the New Funk All Stars. He has his AI that y'all are gonna see in a minute. He also has some music that's out there, of course. You want to catch that. You can catch that at camentertainment.com. You can also tap into Zach Robertson. So I showed y'all Zach earlier. Zach gave a message to the Funketeers and to those who live the funk lifestyle. And if you are one of those people, tap in. If you're not one of those people, tap in. You might like it. You might find some music that you didn't know your soul needed, and get some things done to make you feel a little bit better when times ain't so great. So I was talking about funk and future. So we're doing funk in future. And so I want to be clear. It ain't funk the future. We don't funk the future, because that's real close to F the future. No, we can't say that. What we can say is funk in future. So whether you put that as I-N, meaning there's going to be funk in the future, or you do it as A-N, which means there's going to be funk and future. They go hand in hand, right? So you want to make sure that those two things go together all the time. Funk and Future Festival is coming to a city near you. Now, I just got done telling you that it's happening in Durham, North Carolina. But if you are listening to the sound of my voice, then that means you have the capability to enjoy this concert. Why? Because of the metaverse. So because of the metaverse and the power of technology, you are able to tap into a concert that you ain't nowhere near. Be a part of the future and be a part of something really cool that is damn near historic. Be a part of that thing and bring yourself, bring your family, your friends, your kids to the adventure. We are going in the metaverse. And so we are streaming a live concert that is happening in Durham, North Carolina, into the metaverse. And these guys are going to show up in the metaverse. So if you want to jump into the metaverse for the first time, if you want to learn how to do some of this stuff because you don't know what it's like technologically speaking, now is the time. If you are just not touching a piece of technology that ain't a TV, we got some for you too. So if you're a Funketeer and you're out there, you're like, the metaverse is too much, you're not ready to dip your toes in, that's all right. You can join us on our live stream, because we are also, with purchase of your ticket, going to be able to join us and engage with the actual concert via the live stream. Yo, we have so much going on. I'm telling you, let's check out Tony Cam and look at, what it looks like when you combine the power of funk with technology.
Funketeers from all over the galaxy are headed to planet Earth for the Funk and Future Festival, a hybrid event celebrating the influence and impact of historic and current funk artists through a technical and cultural lens. Taking place February 26 at the Hayti Cultural Center in Durham, North Carolina. Featuring Zach Robertson and the Nappy Head Funk Army and Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars in concert and in the metaverse. Tickets available now at funktology.com. Funketeers from all over the galaxy.
Yes! Funk is in the future. Funk is coming to the future. Funk is coming to a city near you, a town near you, a TV near you, a phone near you, a radio station near you, a broadcast near you, whatever it is that you do, you can get on up and funk with us too. That's what we are doing. This is what we are doing. So the Funk and Future Festival is coming. You are going to be able to come in and have a good old time. So if you are in Durham, North Carolina, you can go and you can buy your tickets right now. And you can tap in with us if you are a small business owner in Durham, since most of our viewers are small business owners and entrepreneurs. You want to get a message out. You want to reach the people. You want to enjoy and do your part for Black History Month. Go head on and head out to the Hayti. Go over to the website and you can donate on the website. You can become a sponsor on the website. You can set up a vendor table on the website. Sell your wares on site at funktology.com and over at the Hayti on February 26th. Our folks will be putting on a concert that is going to blow your mind. Now, that's if you're in Durham, North Carolina. So if you want to see real funk real soon and on time near you, you're going to go to Durham, North Carolina. And I don't care if you're in Virginia, West Virginia, anywhere around them parts, you can roll on through to Durham, North Carolina. If you are in Raleigh or the Triangle area or anywhere else in between, you can go on over to Durham and join into this concert. But you can also experience the concert in the metaverse. So, what does that look like? Well, let me tell you. So, you buy your ticket, you are going to gain access to the metaverse experience with the purchase of ticket. So, regardless of where you are in the world, if you are in Dubai, if you're over in Paris, if you are down under in Australia, if you're a funketeer anywhere around the world, Korea, anywhere around the world, you are going to be able to join us in the metaverse. Jump in and hang out with the folks who are here in the metaverse. So experience a concert in the metaverse and then run tell that to all your friends. So that is what it is like. That's what it's all about, is being able to marry funk with technology. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Not only that, we also have an experience for those of y'all who don't necessarily want to tap into the metaverse yet. You're not ready. We talk about those folks too here on the show. That's okay, because we have a live stream for you. You can join us on the live stream and enjoy the comforts of all the other funketeers who are going to be watching with you. And you can enjoy that. You still get access to the metaverse. So if one day you decide that you understand what it is and you're ready to dip your toes in, you already have your first experience. Now, one of the commercials that we play is Artsy's commercial. Artsy is a sponsor of the show, and she always has been. Artsy has always had my back when it comes to creating really cool experiences and some amazing stuff. And y'all know Artsy is one of the top 25 women of the metaverse. Artsy is also, and I'm proud to announce this, Artsy is also one of the many Black Women of Metaverse by Black Multiverse Enterprises. So Black Multiverse is launching the Black Women of Metaverse. And so we have a lot of things coming in store. One of them is a luncheon, and that luncheon is going to be our inaugural luncheon and awards ceremony. So congratulations to Artsy, congratulations to CR Capers. You guys are our first two women to be inducted into the Black Women of Metaverse Hall of Fame and awards recipients. So thank you both for everything that you do to create cool ass experiences for everybody in the metaverse. We love you. We appreciate you. And thank you so much. All right. You can reach out to Black Women of Metaverse at blackwomenofmetaverse.com. You can reach me at info@technical.com. if you are someone who's interested in sponsoring and interested in making sure that that movement moves forward in the way that you would like to see it happen, please tap in, because we need your support. And Black women are going to be on the highest of high pedestals next month during Women's History Month. So don't forget it. But now we're talking about the metaverse. And so I just told you that Artsy is a fantastic artist who is creating, working tirelessly for everyone in her realm right now. Last week, we talked about how Microsoft is shutting down AltSpace, and AltSpace is dear to many, many people. I've been through this before. I've been through this where a platform shuts us down, and I'm not going to take the funk out of this moment, but I do want to say that there are other spaces that are popping up. One of them is spatial. And so spatial, I've been in spatial for just about a little over a year. But spatial is cool in a different way. And so with spatial, your creativity can kind of run wild. That's what the metaverse is anyway. But you get to put on your Ready Player Me avatar. If you guys know, like NiKole, the actual NiKole, my avatar, she is from Ready Player Me. And so Ready Player Me is a set of avatars that you can use that are interoperable. So it helps us to envision the future metaverse, interconnected and interoperable. And that is because that avatar, I can not only wear it here on my show and have her show up instead of me when I don't feel like doing no makeup, but also have her be in a world such as spatial, or worlds in spatial, as well as over in Somnium Space, which is another metaverse platform. So we need to be cautious and careful about platforms, because we don't want to be in the situation ever again where our people are in spaces like AltSpace, and that is uprooted from us and taken from us, and now we have nowhere to go. So what we need to make sure of is that when we're creating roots for the metaverse, and this is what I teach, is to make sure that you are doing something that has to do with the blockchain, because the blockchain provides you with actual ownership. And so that y'all just let me rewind that just really quickly, and then we're going to get back to the funk. So Microsoft said, we don't want to support this platform anymore. And for those of y'all who are not in AltSpace, so that you understand, AltSpace had a heavy population of the culture, and it was it was home to a whole lot of us. And so people had friendships, they had regular routines, there were concerts, there were conferences, there were church services, there was all sorts of stuff that happened regularly that people tapped into. And Microsoft came out one day out of the blue for a lot of people. And they yanked the carpet out from underneath everybody's feet and said, all right, we shutting it down. Holla, we're going to give y'all 2 months. Go ahead and move. Wow. So people are now trying to figure out where they're going to be. I offer spatial. There's also VR chat. There's also Engage. There are a ton of other platforms that you can jump into that might give you the same feeling. You will have to recreate relationships and have to create new friendships and understand how the new platform works. So if you need help with any of those things, you can reach out to me. We are building up the community of Techniverse. And so Techniverse is kind of a culmination of all the stuff I do, because I do a whole lot of stuff and I need to put it underneath an umbrella. That umbrella is Techniverse. So I've been telling y'all that we are going to do some shifting of visions here. And so Techniverse is where that vision is shifting to here shortly. For now, you can sign up for the community, the MetaMindshift community. The Blackverse community is still underneath Black Multiverse and still going to remain there. So don't panic. Nothing's happening there. But when we're thinking about the future, we want to make sure that the kids don't have to go through stuff like we do. And so virtually speaking, that also includes things like being on Altspace and being kicked out of that platform being decommissioned is what they call it, or sunset is the better term for it, but it's really a decommissioning of the platform. And gamers know we've been through this time and time again. I've talked about this on the show, but we have to make sure the next generation understands what is possible. Yes, it is possible for disruption to happen in negative ways, even virtually. So, in order to make sure that that does not happen to us, we set our foundations inside of true technology that is preserving the funk and that is preserving the future. The blockchain is that chosen technology for this moment. Web3 is all about decentralization. The metaverse that we talk about is built on decentralization and the power of decentralization and what it looks like when we all come together and we all own our own ish, right? So I own every single thing about me. I own every single thing that I have in my space, in my realm. And it sits in my wallet. And if I want to use it or I want to share it, I say that I want to share it. Unlike when I'm on the Book of Faces or the Facebook, that is telling me when it's going to share my data and telling me when I can and cannot speak and telling me what words are okay for me to say and what words are not. That is centralization, as we know. Now, sometimes that works in our favor, and sometimes it doesn't, because a lot of times they sit there and they siphon our brains, siphon our energy, siphon our culture, and then go sell it and don't give a dime of that back to our community. And when they do give dimes back, they are dimes at a cost of more data, right? So it's like this never ending sucking of our intelligence and our brains and things like that. And we give it freely because it's like 18 million people out on Facebook enjoying that on a regular basis. You know, that's the only place you can reach half of the Black folks on the internet is because they're on Facebook. Y'all, we got to do better. So the next generation is going to understand that data matters. Funkin' data matters, y'all. So we are doing the Funk and Future Festival. Y'all come on out to the Funk and Future Festival. It is happening on February 26th. On February 26th, we are going to gather in Durham, North Carolina, and in the metaverse around the world, and we are going to onboard. We are going to onboard to Web3. We are going to onboard to wallets and to POAPs and to potentially poets too, and make sure that people understand what it is and how it can make change and have a good time all at the same time. So we want to hear another word from our sponsors, and this is the one and only Choni Cam.
We taking funk to another place. After George brought it from outer space and put this music in our face. We funkin' for a new era, getting all in your underwear and ruining your mascara. We going deep, deeper than the motors in your booty. Getting up in that ass, that's our duty. Coming hot and steamy like jacuzzi. You don't want to do me, then sue me. Coming at you with a new funk army like it's Credence. That new groove allegiance. This is that new funk, that now funk, that next funk. You can't phone it in and you can't text the funk. Funkin' is a lifestyle. And like we told you once before, if you got funk, you got style. So come on in and have some funk and a smile. But you better settle in. We're going to be here for a while.
Funketeers from all over the galaxy are headed to planet Earth for
Funkin', funkin', funkin'. We are funkin' from the front seat. We funkin' from the left seat. We funkin' from the right, from the back to the front. We doing it all in a circle. So we are going to get funky. And you know what? What's really cool is that when we're thinking about the funk and we're bringing the funk, You can't text the funk. That's what he said. I love that line, yo, because it's like you can text a whole bunch of stuff, but the essence of the funk ain't going through that text message. You got to bring the funk. And so it is really cool. Tony's a cool cat. Zach is a cool cat. We got some really great people involved in this project, and making sure that it happens and who are dedicated. Now, I've talked a lot about the funk. We're going to talk about the future. The future is the technology. And I already told you we're going in the metaverse, so that should be enough, but it's not. The future is also these kids. We have a group of kids called the Asymmetry STEAM team. And the Asymmetry STEAM team is going to be providing us with performances of their own. So these kids are STEAM. So some of y'all ain't hip to what a STEAM is, so let's talk about it. So there's STEM, and STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. That's the one most people are familiar with. There's also STEAM, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arithmetic, and math, or arts and math, depending on where you're learning it at. There's also a whole bunch of other ones. So like sometimes there's an R thrown in there. So stream, there's a stream team, and the R stands for robotics. Well, this is STEAM, STEEM. And so it's science, technology, engineering, entrepreneurship, and math. Now, man, that hits home for me because I am, if nothing else, an entrepreneur. I spin up ideas every 5 minutes, and so that is something that is in my blood. I'm come from a family of entrepreneurs, and so I do wholeheartedly agree that we need to make sure that kids have avenues for technology. They have avenues to understand what tech can do for them, as well as just shake off some of that stigma. Because, man, we got a whole entire place called Silicon Valley. But did y'all know that Durham, Raleigh-Durham area is also considered, and DMV, don't shoot me for this, but they are also considered the Silicon Valley of the East. And so there are some circles that call them that. And so we want to support the building up of Black communities that are building up what we have been shut out of for eons, right? So now when I say we've been shut out of it, I don't mean that Black people haven't showed up in technology, because God knows that's not true. The reason I say Silicon Valley of the East with caution is because I live right down the street from Dulles, Virginia, which is where we consider the Silicon Valley of the East, because that is a hotspot for tech, and it was all surrounding some of the brothers who helped bring it up here in the Dulles area. And so, you know, we think about technology, the internet domains, a domain registrar, that was first thought of by brothers. Like, that happened, right? Like, so those companies are out here. We have roots in technology. The difference is that our roots in technology are genuinely and generally yanked out from underneath us. So when we have space in tech, we are not given space to just grow and to flourish. We are shut out. We are told we can't go to meetings. We are shut out of boardrooms. We are blocked from pursuing our technical dreams. There's either not enough funding. Black women are getting 2% of all funding right now for entrepreneurial endeavors, technology. We breathe tech. Like, y'all don't know. There are some that think that's negative, but really, like, a lot of us are technically inclined. A lot of us do shun away from tech because certain things have been used against our communities and people are aware of it. And so just because I know what you're doing don't mean that I don't like the new tech that came out called AI, where I feed this thing all of my energy and it tells me what I need to know. It absorbed the entire internet, and that thing is called AI, Chat GPT. Did y'all know what ChatGPT is? ChatGPT is the answer for a whole lot of problems for Black business owners. And so I'm about to spin up a set of courses that is going to rock your mind, because as Black business owners, it is important that we use technology to get to the next level. We have a whole lot of us who are out here, and we're solopreneurs. We do everything on our own, and it's tiring. It is exhausting. But you know what? If you can take 5 minutes and create artwork like that, and create a damn good flyer to go with it, and then use tech to send that flyer to 9,000 people, then maybe your event is going to be able to be promoted. And maybe somebody might buy a ticket to your event because they got the flyer in their email. And so those are ways that we can show up for each other, and we can make sure that we are understanding the power of technology, and we are understanding how we can use it for our future. And that future is in the metaverse, the virtual experience of the internet. And so if you didn't know what the metaverse was, now you know. So we've got a few minutes here. And so I want to say that, when we're thinking about the future, we're thinking about tech, and we're thinking about the metaverse, we have to think about our future. And the future for all of us rests in some kids. So I was talking about the Asymmetry STEAM team, and they are a group of kids who are out here doing miraculous stuff, y'all. Go to their website. It is asymmetry.com, and that is AI Symmetry, AISYMMETRY.com. But it's AIsymmetry.com. They are, like I said, they're a group of really cute little kids who are 4th to 8th graders, and they are learning how to fly drones. I can't even fly a drone. Mark Lee got a drone, but I don't have a drone. I want a drone. I don't have one, but they do. And these kids are learning how to not only fly drones, but guess what? And y'all are going to trip out for this. They also have some cyber robots. Now, I had a very riveting conversation with a gentleman about esports and cyber robots a couple weeks ago. And we were talking about whether or not there were pathways for our kids going forward. So these kids, like the Asymmetry team, like they're involved in cyber robots, and they're learning how to use cyber robots, and those cyber robots are being programmed, and they're really cool for championships at school. But what about that? What happens next? So you have this idea of cyber robots. And so what do the kids do after the cyber robots are done, or the championship season is over? Like, what happens when they age out of the program? Like, who nourishes that? We need pathways for our kids forward. So we are sponsoring the Asymmetry STEAM team in their next endeavors with the proceeds of this event. So after expenses, our team is going to be given, our STEAM team is going to gain a donation from the proceeds of this event. And so that is really cool, and that is something that I am extremely delighted to be able to do. And next week, I will have videos for you of that team. You'll see them on my Twitter in advance of that for sure. But we will have great videos of these kids, and they're just racing these little cyber robots everywhere. And so what's really cool about this event is it's tying funk and future. And so when we're thinking about the funk, we got the artists who are bringing the funk, and we got the kids who are bringing the tech. And the combination of that is that those kids are going to provide us with a demonstration of their cyber robots that are programmed with the funk. You ever seen a cyber robot playing funk music? Y'all, I'm done. Like, it's too much. I can't. It's really, really cool. So we have some amazing things going on at the Funk and Future Festival. I am so excited and delighted for everyone who is involved. We have some really, really great people who are involved with making it happen. And you know what else? The extra bonus on all of it is that not only do we have these videos, not only do we have the what am I trying to say? I just lost my train of thought. Not only do we have the Funk and Future Festival going on and the kids programming the cyber robots, but guess what? The whole thing is going to be documented. We've been doing a documentary. We've been building up material for the documentary since we started kind of pushing this out. And so we have a lot of people who are tapped into that. So shouts out to Fable Moon, June Sadler. She is our director of documentaries, and she is going to be providing us with coverage for this event. So you guys, we have so much to support. And it is really, really important that everybody be able to tap into this event. So my call to you is, no matter where you are in this entire world, you are able to tap into this event and be a part of something historical, because all of that I just got done talking about is going to be minted onto the blockchain. Our fans, our Funketeers, our people who are really tapped in are going to be able to get NFTs. If you're on site, you're getting POAPs. If you are, if you want a collector's item, you're going to be able to acquire an NFT into your wallet. If you are somebody who wants to vibe with the band, I didn't even talk about that. So we have the ability that not a lot of people get. And so there are people who've made it. So Tony and Zach, they've got their own bands. But there are people out there who are trying to be in that position. So what would you give if you could vibe with the band, if you could rock out with the band? And maybe you're an old school player and like you used to vibe, and maybe your band isn't here or with us anymore. Things got hard during COVID. Maybe you guys are split up around the world. You want to come and you want to vibe with the band. You can buy that experience. And so I think that that's really cool. That's like a fan experience that people don't get too often. But there's more. So maybe you're somebody who just wants to talk to a whole band. You want to interview the band and have it be something commemorated onto the blockchain. You can also acquire that experience as well. So you can get 30 minutes with the band either way, for just conversation or for being able to really vibe with the band and like rock out and, play your favorite George Clinton song or something like that. Like you can do that. Get under a groove and go ahead and do that with the band. But it's really cool. Like there's so much going on with this. And so I am grateful to everyone who has tapped in. I am thankful to everyone who is putting in on this to make it happen. Mark Lee is doing production. We have Diego and the OK team, and I'm missing the name, and I will say the name correctly next week, and I will put that into our comments and into the chat. But we also have Renee Daughtry and the Asymmetry team. We have and I didn't talk about this, but there's also Black Futures Week happening in Connecticut. And so they will be doing a watch party. This is the culmination for that experience. And so that is really cool as well. So tap into Black Futures Week. This event is available at funktology.com. You can buy your tickets now. The concert is happening February 26th around the world. If you want to experience a live concert in the metaverse, this is your chance. If you want to watch a live concert and experience it with others who care about the funk music and network and be a part of something special and historic, now is the time. February 26th from 3 to 9, 10, 11 p.m. over at the Hey Tai. We want to help you rock out. We want to help you find your flavor and find the funk. So, we're going to define the funk, but, sometimes you got to find the funk. So we gonna do what we got to do. So you guys, I've had an amazing time today, but you know what? There is nothing better than my artwork. And so I am going to put my artwork out here. These artwork pieces will be available as NFTs for the Funk and Futures Festival, including this beautiful gem right behind me. You can see our promotions. They're on my Twitter. They're on LinkedIn. They're everywhere that you want to be, including Max Distro, and Pod TV. So we're going to give our sponsors a little shout out here in just a moment. But first, we're going to have some flyers. We're going to give some love to NiKole for her own flyers. All right. So welcome back. Okay. So we're getting ready to head out of here in just a few minutes. So, we're going to play the commercial one more time. And I want to quickly say thank you to all of our sponsors and thank you to Max Distro. Absolutely. Thank you to the EE Testing Center over in Los Angeles. You guys, if you are looking for proctored tests and proctored exams, tap into the EE Testing Center if you're over there on the West Coast. Support Black business. It is Black History Month. Support everything Black all the time if you are able to. I don't care what you look like. It is important that we support Black business because we have got to fix some of the injustices that have happened throughout time. And that can happen if everybody taps in. Tap in, support the community, support the Funk and Future Festival, because why not? We're doing some amazing things. We're going to showcase the Max Distro commercial. Then we're going to head out with the Funk and Future Festival commercial. This is NiKole, and my voice is resting. I appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit me up at NiKole at technical.com, TECHNIKOLE.com, or you can pop on over to Techniverse. TECHNIKOLE, Techniverse, TECHNIverse, VERSE.io, and you can tap into me in any number of ways that are listed there. So I am available for consultation. I am available to come speak at your group or with your group. I am able to help you have your own meta mind shift. And most importantly, I found my own genius this week, and that is that when you consult with me, and we have a project together, you are the focus. It is all about you and making sure that your vision is the one that comes into reality. And so I am happy to help anybody to understand that. This is NiKole, and my voice is resting.
Funketeers from all over the galaxy are headed to planet Earth for the Funk and Future Festival, a hybrid event celebrating the influence and impact of historic and current funk artists through a technical and cultural lens. Taking place February 26 at the Hayti Cultural Center in Durham, North Carolina. Featuring Zach Robertson and the Nappy Head Funk Army and Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars in concert and in the Metaverse. Tickets available now at funktology.com. Funketeers from all over the galaxy.